Hello, YouTube. I'm Vince White. I'm an employment attorney, and on this channel, we answer publicly posted questions from YouTube users, getting folks the answer they need from an employment attorney. We have a question from YouTube user Cortane. I have no idea if that's how you say your name. I just saw the extra A in there, so that's my best guess. I'm not going to read the rest of your name because I think it might be your full name, and I don't want to identify you. People keep posting their full names here, and I think that's not the safest idea. Courtney asked us, why did my case go straight to investigation and not mediation? Then my caseworker acts like he gets mad when I ask him how the investigation's going. Okay. So I'm going to assume for the purposes of this question that you were dealing with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, a federal agency dealing with discrimination claims. And when you ask me why it did not go to mediation, it's because either you or your employer declined mediation. Generally is the most popular reason why your case would not go to mediation in the EEOC. This is relatively common. It could just mean that your employer didn't think mediation would be fruitful. It could mean that your employer is taking a no-pay stance. They don't want to pay you anything to settle the case. It could just be that your employer doesn't really know what they're doing, and they don't have really good counsel, or they missed some paperwork. There could be a variety of reasons why they might have declined or just not responded to an invitation to set up a mediation. Now, for the second part of your question, which I'll read again, then my caseworker acts like he gets mad when I ask him how the investigation is going. Okay, so if your caseworker is an employee of the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, it's a federal agency, your caseworker is then a federal employee. Your caseworker does not feel like he or she works for you. They do. You pay their salary with your taxes, and they exist to do this investigation for you. But first and foremost, they don't necessarily think of themselves as representing you. They don't. They're investigating, and they're not necessarily going to be that interested in your eyeballs on their investigation, right? They're not going to give you a play-by-play on the investigation. That's not part of the game. It's not part of the gig. It's not something they're going to do. And often, this is something we deal with, right? Like we routinely have clients who get mad at us because like an EEOC investigator isn't moving as fast as they want. The client will be like, go smack him around. We're like, no, that's dumb. This person can harm you. We're not going to like go smack around a person who's got your case that we want to win and want to reduce risk in. We're not going to go smack them around, right? Because this person has very little restraint on their behavior. Listen, if an EEOC employee gets really egregious, I'm sure there's definitely recourse. But for most of their small little nonsense, they're going to get away with it. It's just the nature of federal employees. They get away with some things. It's hard to fire them, right? Without naming any names, I can think of a specific couple of investigators who, and I've mentioned them before, famously never, ever read complaints, position statements, or rebuttals. Like everyone knows, defense counsel, plaintiff's counsel, everyone involved knows when you're dealing with this investigator, you have to tell them everything repeatedly because they haven't read the case. Everyone knows. Everyone knows. And nothing will ever happen to those people. Nothing will ever happen to those people. Those people are just going to go through life harming people and go home and tell their families how they help people fight discrimination and sexual harassment. And they might even believe it. I don't know. But they know for a fact in their heart of hearts they don't read the complaints. They don't read the position statements. They don't read the rebuttals. And that if they cared about these human beings that they're tasked with protecting, that they're paid to protect, that they would read those things, right? But I digress. Yeah, don't get in your investigator's face. That can create problems for you. It's not the smartest of moves. They do not work for you, and they are very emotional about that. They will not be hurried by you. They will not be rushed. They will not be giving you routine status checks or updates. That is not how most of these investigators operate. And the more you push for that, the less likely you are to get calls back. I'm sorry. It's just the fact that it's the kind of the nature, the gig. Their interaction with attorneys are generally much more meaningful. They're much more responsive. That their their response, this response that you're dealing with right now is one of the many reasons why I tell people to hire attorneys if they can for this process. But yeah, this person's not going to give you a lot of updates. I'm sorry. Good luck to you, Courtney. I hope that your case is tremendously successful. I hope this investigator does what she or he needs to do, moves the case forward, progresses your claims, and that you go on to a huge win or settlement. I'm rooting for you, sincerely. If this video is helpful, please like, subscribe, comment down below. It helps me to help more people just like you. Take care.